Hi guys, I hope my video finds you well. I'm back with a new video, and um, I just want to quickly talk about say that when I started this YouTube channel, I can't believe I actually decided to create this channel, especially after I've always complained how much I hate YouTube. But I also realized that there's certain things that are very difficult to talk about in writing. Some things are just best done on video. So here I am. The other thing that I didn't realize until way after I created this channel was how difficult it would be to use certain words, mainly spirituality. And the reason is because spirituality means so many things to so many different people, depending on your background. And nowadays you have people in the household that have multiple belief systems. So you know I thought it would be a good idea to put up a video explaining spirituality, um explaining spirituality from my perspective. So spirituality, when I speak of spirituality, I mean in the context of metaphysics. Metaphysics meaning science. So it's about the study of things outside of our belief systems and things outside of the physical body. You know, it's really hard for me to think of some examples. I guess the best example that I can think of is, our aura. We don't need a preacher to tell us that the spiritual body exists. You know, we have science to prove it. Not only we have technology such as Kirlian photography that where you can actually see the aura. Um, we also have technology that we can measure each aura, each spiritual body that is emanating from our physical bodies. You know, so that is what I mean by science. It's spiritual, because you know it's kind of hard to explain. Even though technically the auras that we see is in the physical realm, so someone could make an argument that you know that's not necessarily spiritual because it's coming from the emanating from the physical body, but that's not necessarily true because we have chakras that extend outside of our physical bodies as well. um, so having said that, there's another problem that makes metaphysics sometimes difficult to talk about because there are certain groups that kind of mix religion with metaphysics, and metaphysics really isn't about religion. It's about science. Now, because religion isn't science, because metaphysics is not a religion, it's very easy to intertwine those things, but they're really not together at all. And I think it's has made it really difficult to, at least in my mind, to define what metaphysics is, which is attached to spirituality. Yet how ironic, how what is the word I'm looking for? How mind blowing how things all still work together, regardless of whether you're looking at things metaphysically, whether you're looking at things from various religions. You know, everything I'm trying to think of. Uh, I can't. Let's say, okay, even if you didn't know anything about what chakras are, You know, um, I find it really fascinating with certain groups of people, like Muslims or Jews, how when they wear what is it called, a kippah. You cannot walk into a synagogue without your kippah. A male cannot walk into a synagogue without their kippah because they're protecting their heart chakra, their crown chakra, the most important chakra of all. Whether they know what they're doing or not, they're honoring that chakra because it's one level, that connection to the spiritual world. You know, how crazy is that? Everything works together, regardless. Now, my um, I also um, I'm not sure if I should talk about this. I think that the other thing is that despite knowing that we know that the spiritual body exists, that's not the same thing as believing in a God. And I know that brings on a whole new complication onto itself because, um, even for an atheist, because, an atheist can say, well, you know what, if you believe in auras, then that means you believe in God. And that's not necessarily true either. But how interesting that an atheist who suppose most atheists who are into science um, denounce the whole notion of spiritual bodies, even though we have the technologies to prove it. But that's another story. I'll tell you, it's complicated all way around. But regardless, everything works together. So, okay, this is already almost 8 minutes, so I want to stop her right here. I know I may be pissing some people off, but I really feel strongly about trying to keep these videos as short as possible because it is the best way, really, that people learn and to, you know, um, allow people to understand. You can't give them so much stuff at one time because people just wind up getting a headache. So I'm gonna leave it this right where it's at right now. So at least you guys now know where I'm coming from, the context of what I mean by spirituality. So thanks guys for watching and see you soon. Bye bye now.